Hello and welcome back to episode 4 of the Real Madrid FM23 beta series. We're back today for the Champions League knockout stage draw and also a game against Sevilla, where currently we're still unbeaten in the league. Just before we get into today's episode, if you are enjoying the content so far on FM23, please do leave a like down below, subscribe. The support on episode 1, 2 and 3 has been amazing, so thank you very, very much for that. And please do subscribe if you are new here. As I say, the support is massively appreciated. It's not been too long since you were last with us. We beat Atletico Madrid and Sporting in the last episode. Since then, we beat Mallorca 4-0. We beat Espanyol 2-0. We beat Celtic 2-1 with a 91st minute winner from Benzema. We actually rotated probably a little bit too much in the first half, got caught out. Second half, we just about managed to scrape a win. We then most recently drew with Athletic Bilbao, and if anything, we got a little bit lucky in that game. They were all over us in the first half. I think in the first half, they'd had about 12 shots, we'd had 2. And neither of them were on target. But we managed to grind out a draw, which I'm happy with drawing the way the game played out. So that means in the league, we are currently 6 points clear of Valencia. However, we've got a game in hand. Just behind them, though, is Barcelona. If they win their game in hand on Valencia, we will have a 5-point lead ahead of Barcelona. Atletico Madrid are way down in 12th. I think since the last episode, they picked up 2 points. So they are having an awful time at the moment. We have also already confirmed we are finishing top of the group. But because we've then got the World Cup, I decided I will come back now, show you the draw, and then we can come back probably for the first knockout round of the Champions League. But let's go and play Juventus. We are rotating quite a bit for this game. So as you can see, we're going with the formation that we played against Sporting. We've got Courtois in goal, Odriozola, Militao, Hernandez and Alaba as the back four, Camavinga as a holding midfielder with McKennie and Modric in front of him, Asensio on the right, Rodrigo on the left and Sergei in the number 10 role. The main reason for so much rotation, as I say, we're already confirmed top of the group. We're about to head into the World Cup, so we want to end with a win against Sevilla. This game not really mattering too much to us, although we could cause Juventus to be knocked out. We've got an early highlight here. Sergei is very deep in our own half, which isn't great because he's kind of the guy that we're wanting to be furthest forward. However, Juventus have got the ball. And let's just very quickly, while they're with the ball at the back there, have a little look at the group. So, Celtic, Juventus and Sporting going into this game all level on 5 points. So if we even draw with Juventus, they're out, they're gone. If both games are 0-0 draws, Celtic are through to the Champions League knockout stages. McKennie's nicked the ball and gets a shot off, but Rodrigo collects it as it rebounds. McKennie across the box at the far post. It's Asensio, it's 1-0. Disaster for Juventus. McKennie, their own player, has just scored, has just assisted a goal that might knock Juventus out of the Champions League. Disaster for Juventus. Elation for Real Madrid. And over at Celtic and the other team, I've forgotten, Sporting, they're both thinking, awesome. Militao plays the ball out to Odriozola. Ball attempted in behind towards Sergei, but it's cleared away only as far as Alaba, who runs into the box, gets a shot off and a good save from the keeper. Very good chance for Alaba there. Unfortunately not able to take full advantage of it. Asensio with a corner, sends it in towards the far post. It's headed away. Rodrigo's going to collect it though. Can he cut it back? McKennie on the edge of the box. Alaba sends it over the bar. 2 big chances in pretty quick succession for Alaba there. Hernandez is looking very tired, so we're going to have to look at bringing him off at half-time. We're probably going to do exactly what it's got there. Bring Rudiger on in his place. Modric with a cross to the near post. Hernandez tried to get a flick on it, unfortunately sends it over the bar. And that is half-time. 1-0. Elsewhere, it's still 0-0 between Celtic and Sporting. As it stands, Sporting will be the ones that go through to the next round. Elsewhere, Barcelona are... Hold on a minute. Barcelona are winning. They are out of the Champions League. Barcelona, gone. It's over for them. Atletico Madrid, gone. They're out of the Champions League. So 3 of the Spanish teams in this half of the draw, and 2 of them are already gone. I'm not sure, but I think there's one other team on the other half of the draw. I think Valencia are in it. I could be wrong. I'm fairly sure there's somebody. We'll have a look at the end of this game to see if they're still in it. Alaba is on the ball here. Plays it back to Lucas Hernandez. And then forward to Camavinga. To the wing for Alaba to run onto. I said he was one of our main centre-backs. But Sergej heads off the bar. Puts it into what's basically an empty net as a result. 2-0. As I was saying, Alaba was intended to be one of our main centre-backs. But with the arrival of Hernandez, he's kind of dropped down from that first choice centre-back option and moved out to becoming probably our best left-back. And he's just displayed exactly why there. We've got another highlight here. Hernandez to Alaba. Switches play over to... Oh, Modric and Odriozola seemed a bit confused about who wanted to go for that then. Odriozola now has the ball. Inside to Asensio. Through to Modric. Tries to get across the box. Not able to do so. Bonucci not with the best of clearances. McKennie's just hit the post. What a magical goal that would have been. Bonucci on the ball at centre-back here. Plays a long ball forward to Di Maria, who is in space, but knocks it inside to Rabiot, to Vlahovic, to Chiesa, who gets one back for Juventus. So they're not completely dead and buried just yet. However, hopefully, they don't have enough in them to do anything more than this. It was a bit of poor defending here. Odriozola really should be filling that space. We're going to bring Vinicius Jr. on for Rodrigo. Milinkovic-Savic off for Eden Hazard. Hernandez off for Rudiger. And you know what? We'll also bring Ceballos on for Modric. Lots of rotation in this game. Di Maria with a free kick from deep. Rudiger heads it away. Hazard brings it down. And we have got one heck of a counter-attack on here. Hazard in space. Lays it off to Asensio. Surely the goal. There it is. 3-1. Off you go, Juventus. You're out of the Champions League. You're done. You're finished. It's 1-1 between Sporting and Celtic. And that would mean, I believe, Sporting is still the team to go through at the moment, unless that away goal for Celtic has swung it in their favour. 3-1 against Juventus with a strongly rotated side, and Sporting drawing with Celtic is enough to send Celtic into the Europa League, Sporting into the knockout stages, and Juventus out of Europe entirely. The teams going through in the Champions League: Inter Milan and Bayern Munich knock out Barcelona and Kiev. Ajax and Napoli knock out Atletico Madrid and Red Star. PSG and Liverpool knock out Bayer Leverkusen and Olympiacos. Obviously, we know about our group, us and Sporting CP over Celtic and Juventus. Milan and Sevilla knock out Red Bull Salzburg and Copenhagen. That's not a... You'd have loved to have been in that group. City and Leipzig knock out Marseille and Shakhtar. Porto and Dortmund knock out Tottenham and Club Brugge. You've got to be disappointed if you're Tottenham. Having said that, Porto, the dominant team in that group, only drawing 1 game. That's a phenomenal run from them. And then in the final group, Chelsea and Frankfurt dismiss PSV and Dynamo Zagreb. So looking at this, ideally, we'd like Frankfurt in the next round, please. And now for the game against Sevilla. We've got Courtois in goal. The back four is Carvajal, Militao, Rudiger and Alaba retains his place at left back. Tchouaméni as the holding midfielder, Sergej and Modric in front of him, Vinicius on the right, Hazard on the left, and Benzema up front. We've actually found a lot of success with Hazard being on the left instead of the right. And Vinicius Jr. had a little bit of time out with a little injury. So we're going to try him on the right and see how he does out there. Early on, we've got a goal kick. It's for Sevilla. Fernando collects the ball and out to Jesus Navas on the right-hand side. I can't believe Navas is still playing, because I'm fairly sure he's about 64, if I'm not wrong. Rakitic, also a pretty old player, plays it out to Rekic on the left. Ball in. Oh dear, Militao, what have you done there? He's controlled the ball and then just got, here you go, Nasiri. Have a free shot at goal. Like, what? I can't understand what his mindset was here. There's no attempt to clear it. He just brings it down, says, have a go. On me. Don't worry about it. We now have a goal kick. It's played out to Militao, out to Carvajal at right back, and we're going to work our way up the field. Similar to what Sevilla did just a moment ago. Long ball out to the wing for Vinicius Jr. into the box. Gets aggressive, but his shot is wilded over the bar. Rudiger with a free kick, plays it short to Alaba, and then back to Rudiger, and he plays a long ball forward, finds Eden Hazard, who gets a run in, gets across to Milinkovic-Savic. Oh, that's it's a little bit unlucky for the defender, let's be honest. To count that as Sergei's goal might be somewhat generous, is all I'll say. Hazard tries to find him on the edge of the box. The volley is lovely. The touch from the defender just sends it away from his own goalkeeper. Who was that? It wouldn't let me find out. We've got another highlights, action-packed here. That must have been Marcal, I'm guessing. Yes, it was Marcal. So, unfortunate for him. But Sevilla trying to find an instant reply. However, Navas with the cross. It was poor. It's straight into the hands of Courtois, and he's able to roll it out to Militao. As we start to build from the back, Carvajal down the wing. That's a poor touch from Vinicius Jr. Tecatito brings it infield. Lamela, ball through to Nasiri. Oh. Honestly, what is going on in this game? That's another goal that's come as a result of some deflections. It's a lovely ball in behind. But I think it's Militao again. He gets a foot on it and sends the keeper the wrong way. Long ball forward. It's won by Nianzou. And then Rakitic to Fernando. Ball in behind to Yanisiri. Shot goes wide. We need to drop this defence because they are finding space in behind us all day long. And I am not a fan of it. Tuchemeni wins ahead of Modric to Hazard. Montiel's just got himself a red card. Pass into space. And hopefully we're about to take advantage of them being down to 10 men. Milinkovic-Savic with a free kick. Can we take instant advantage of it? We can't. Tuchemeni brings the ball down though. Out to Militao on the right hand side. Cuts it back. Rudiger. And then back to Militao. Back to Tuchemeni as the holding midfielder. Gets a shot off from range and it goes just wide. Sergei to Benzema. Hazard goes for a shot and Bono with a save. Sends it where on the post. I can't get my words out at the moment. I do apologise. Modric with the corner. Going to send it in to the near post. Rudiger redirects it but over the bar. However, since going down to 10 men, we've had much more control of this game. We've got another corner here. Modric sends it into the far post. This time it's headed away again. Milinkovic-Savic collects it. Sends it back across to Modric on the right-hand side. He gets into the box and, similar to Vinicius Jr. earlier on, sends it flying over the bar. It's 2-1 at half-time. However, since the red card, we have very much changed the way this game's played out. And I think with that, we should be finding, at the very least, a draw. In reality, I think we should be winning this now. Rudiger with a free kick, short to Milinkovic-Savic, and then Tuchemeni out to Carvajal on the right-hand side. He gets into space. Transfer across here, perhaps. Lays it off to Modric, who loses the ball. Okay. Don't know why he lost the ball there. Lamella's on the ball. Vinicius Jr. just kind of jogs past him and takes it back. And now brings it over to the left-hand side. Through to Hazard. In space. Alaba to the edge of the box for Sergey. It's another deflection, but it's another goal. It's 2-2. This one has actually gone down as an own goal for the first time in the game, I believe. As you can tell, I've moved the camera, which you can see here, so that I'm looking at you through the games. It does mean I've got a slightly obstructed view of the screen, so I can't actually see who scored things. But 2-2, it did go down as an own goal. We've got another highlight. Modric plays the ball over the... It looked like he was trying to get that to Benzema, and it was just very poorly directed. Nasiri with a good header there. Oh, Carvajal's... Well, it was nice while it lasted. We're back down to a 10v10. Tuchemane is going to have to come off for Odriozola. And we'll leave it as that for now. Free kick on the edge of the box. Sergey is stood over it. He's going to go for goal. Oh, he clips the bar. Very nearly. Delaney heads it away. Not sure why. Hazard into the box. Puts it across the box. And a good save from Bono. Courtois throws the ball out to Alaba at left back. And then he plays a long ball forward to Vinicius Jr. who brings it down wonderfully into the box. Can he get across? Benzema's in there. It's 3-2. Karim Benzema, just when you need him to, shows up once again, just like he did against Celtic in the last game in the Champions League. Makes it 3-2. We've got 20 minutes left now. Can we secure a win? Rudiger on the ball here, across the midfield to Modric, but Delaney just kind of steps in and takes it. Alaba tries to win the ball back, but loses it out to Carmona. Edge of the box, Militao with the block. Delaney shoots it over the bar. I'm going to drop down to a low block, I think, for this last 15 minutes or so, because it's going to get very tense now. Cruz is going to come on for Modric, and we're going to make a big change here. Hazard is going to go into the number 10. Vinicius Jr. is going to come off for... Where are you? Where are you? Camavinga. There he is. Vinicius Jr. is going to come off for Camavinga, who's going to go and sit in the holding midfield slot. I think we'll leave it at that for now. We'll also bring Mendy on for Alaba, just more for tired legs than anything else. Carmona throws the ball into Lamela. Tries to get it towards the box. Odriozola wins that though. However, Cruz can't get to the ball first. Ball in. El Nasiri with a... That was a big chance. And Mendy somehow got in the way of it. Well, it was quite a messy game. But we've won it 3-2. 2 red cards. We had to come from behind. But it doesn't matter. 3-2 winners. Let's go and see who we get in the Champions League knockout stages. There we go. I hope you all enjoyed my... What's it called? All of this. Conducting. I hope you enjoyed my conducting. I'm the reason they were able to get that right. Here we are. Show all teams. Okay, so the unseeded teams and the seeded teams. I don't know why the unseeded are the teams that finish first. I find that really weird. Not really the point. Just a weird observation. Ideally, looking at that half of the draw, we would like Eintracht Frankfurt, maybe Napoli or Leipzig. We just don't want Liverpool or Bayern Munich more than anything. We'd like to avoid Dortmund while we're here. However, Dortmund draw Real Madrid. No messing about. First team out the hat. Leipzig and Chelsea. It's Liverpool and Porto. It's Sevilla and Manchester City. Bayern Munich face AC Milan. Napoli versus PSG. Sporting versus Ajax. and Eintracht Frankfurt versus Inter Milan. So there's a draw. There's not really any like, oh my god, look how big of a draw that is in that round. We are probably in the biggest tie of the round. And then you've got like the Sporting and Ajax, where both of those probably not who you'd expect to necessarily get to a quarterfinal, but they've got one of them's getting there. So quite an interesting draw. There's not any blockbuster game like you often get in the round of 16. As I say, the closest thing to it is ourselves and Dortmund. And I think that's what we'll come back for next. The first leg of the Champions League round of 16 against Dortmund, along with the Valencia game, or a little transfer roundup, depending on what we end up doing in the transfer window. I'll be honest, probably not going to be a lot, but I'll let you know what there is. Leave a comment down below right now. Who is going to win the World Cup? Obviously, we're about to simulate through that, so let me know what you think is going to happen there. I'm not going to show you the Super Cup because, quite frankly, I don't care about the Super Cup. It's like showing you the Community Shield. No one really cares about it, so we're not bothering with it. Let me know who's going to win the World Cup. Let me know if there's anything you think we need to strengthen in the transfer window. I think we've got about £50 million to spend. Is there anything that you think, absolutely, Andrew, if you don't get this, you're an idiot? If there is, please let me know, because I can go and sign them then. Subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and thank you very much for watching.